12.2 deals with conditional probability, which conditional probability contains a condition that may limit the sample space for an event. You write a conditional probability using the notation P of B slash A, which we read as the probability of probability of B given A occurs first, meaning something has to happen before the actual event. Look at example 1 on page 654 in your book. What they ask you for is to find the probability that someone did a chore given they are male. So based on the way that's written, male is the condition that must be met first. So you look at the chart to see how many males there are. There are 15. Out of the males only, how many did a chore? That's 7. So the answer would be 7 over 15. Now let's do the quick check. It says the probability of a female given that they did a chore. So in this case, doing the chore would have to be met first. So how many did a chore? That's a total of 14. Of those, how many are female? There's 7. So that would be 7 out of 14, and that reduces to 1/2. So we can write these as fractions or decimals or percents, and we'll just kind of go with all of those. Now let's look at example 2. It says that there is a sample of recycled waste. So that means on that first question, we're looking for the probability of paper given that it's recycled, because that's what the sample is. So how many recycled do we have? You add the numbers in the first column, and that would be 68. Out of those, how many are paper? That's 36.7. So when you divide that, you get roughly 0.54, which is 54%. If we do the quick check, it says find the probability that a sample of recycled waste was plastic. So out of the recycled, which was 68, how many were plastic? That's 1.4. Dividing that gives us 0.02, or we could have said 2%. Now turn in your book to page 656, and we're going to look at numbers 1 through 4. So if you need to pause so that you can turn to 656, there's a chart that you need to look at. Number 1 asks for the probability that someone has a diploma. Now this goes back to just regular probability. So what you want to do is you want to look to see how many total people have a diploma. Well, there's 81. Out of how many total people are there? So you add up all the numbers and you have 90. So our probability would be 81 out of 90, which is 90%. Number 2 asks for the probability that someone has a diploma and experience. That word "and" ties diploma and experience together, which means you have to look at the diploma and the experience row and column and find where they intersect. They intersect at 54, so that's how many people have a diploma and have experience. That's out of a total of 90, and that would be 60%. Number 3 asks for the probability that someone has experience given they have a diploma. So that means you have to start with who has a diploma. There's 81 people. Out of those people only, how many have experience? That's 54. So 54 out of 81 gives us 66.7%. Number 4 asks for the probability that someone has a diploma given they have experience. So occurring first would be having the experience. So how many have experience? That's 59. Out of those people, how many have no diploma? That's only 5. So 5 out of 59 is 8.5%. So your homework is there on page 656. It's going to be very similar to this 1 through 4, so just keep these out so that you can reference back to them.